Alex Jones went on an epic existential / philosophical / anti-atheist rant. So let's listen and see if we can try and make any sense of it.
That we will revive civilization and reverse this hurtling, runaway, 900-mile-an-hour train going up into the side of a mountain. Our people, our children of every race, color, creed, religion are on a runaway train, on a runaway planet, blasting through space, hurtling around that fiery ball. All the people that came before us, all the past generations, all that they strove for, the tyrants, the lovers, the artist. This one was weak, this one was strong, this one a traitor, this one honorable. All of it went on this planet, all of it under the eyes of the Creator, who your very soul knows is there, the very presence of the universe and its Creator, breathing down our neck, reminding us of eternity. But the atheist and the establishment, they want to be God. They want to say, there's nothing in the world but the Black Pyramid. There's nothing in the world but the Madison Avenue. There's nothing in the world but Times Square. There's nothing in the world but the women on the TV shows putting makeup on themselves and running around narcissistically. And these disassociated, disconnected children, artificial sociopaths, brought up like robots, unable to even commune with fellow men and women in kinship and honor.
Yeah, I got none of that. Nothing. Something sociopathic, disassociative robots, black pyramids, atheists, and I'm out. That's all I heard. Alex Jones is amazing, because I watched earlier, while prepping for the show, a full 20-minute or so segment, and I noticed that he managed to talk for 20 minutes without saying anything of substance. Like, when we come out here, like the show, dislike the show, whatever, it doesn't matter. Either way, you have to acknowledge that when we come out here, motherfucker, I'm doing 15 stories a day trying to dive into nuance of stories about tax rates and tax evasion and healthcare policy and lobbying and this and that. And Alex, he has articles in front of him, and he'll go through the headlines at one point and whatnot, and sometimes he does stories, but oftentimes he just goes off of dragons, atheists, establishment, things, Illuminati, Bilderbergs, Rockefellers, stuff. I don't know how anybody watches that and goes, he got it. That's exactly what I was thinking, bro. The atheists and the establishment with the God creator breathing down your neck and the disassociative robots. Hello? Alex. Let's go through a few of the things. I jotted down as we went along here. I like how he started by saying him and his audience will revive civilization. No, you and your audience will watch 9/11 truther documentaries in your underwear. Then he says, your soul knows the Creator is there. See, this is the thing that's hilarious about Alex Jones. Everything is a conspiracy, except the biggest conspiracy ever pulled over on mankind, religion. Okay, this is the main conspiracy, that there's a dude in the sky who's watching everything that you do, controls every aspect of your life, gives a shit about your emotions and your feelings, and has a plan. That would be the biggest conspiracy imaginable, and you totally missed it. Really? You couldn't catch on? He's a Christian, so really the virgin birth didn't tip you off that something's off here? The 3 people being 1 person didn't tip you off? The Noah, the 900-year-old dude getting every animal on a boat and them fucking and saving the earth, and then marsupials, fucking kangaroos going on rafts to Australia after the flood? Like, none of this stuff tipped you off. Hey, something's off here. Maybe there's a conspiracy. Nope. The biggest conspiracy ever. That one's true. Your soul knows there's a creator. No, it doesn't. Your soul doesn't know dick. Nobody's soul knows dick. You want to know why? We don't even know what a soul is. What are you talking? What is a soul? What is a soul? Tell me what a soul is. Is it measurable? Is it provable? Do you even have a definition of it that's not this amorphous, vague, new age, gobbledygook nonsense talk? No, you don't. Of course you don't. Because nobody does. Okay? And look, everybody's an agnostic. I'm tired of playing games with people. Nobody knows. Look, if I had to guess what happens when I die, I'm going to say it's the same thing as 1923 was to me. In other words, I didn't exist, so I probably just won't exist when I die. I'm guessing. I don't know, but that's my point. Nobody knows. But Alex Jones, we know there's a creator and the soul of the universe and blah, 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 blah. Dude, how can you be a Christian but you pretend like you care about facts and documents and shit like that? And then the best part, well, the atheists and the establishment run things. That's who's in control. the atheists and the establishment. Nobody's more anti-establishment than us. You know who likes us? Nobody. Over 90% of the world is religious. By the best measurement, 20% of the U.S. is not a member of a religion, not even atheistic. They still have their own spiritual, metaphysical beliefs and feelings. But that's nothing. That's nothing. Okay? The world over, where people of different faiths hate atheists. We have no institutional power. I wish we did, but we don't. But he acts like, well, the atheists are in the room with the Illuminati and the NWO, and they're working on Agenda 21. And they tell us that the only thing that exists are Black Pyramid and Madison Street, Square Garden, something. Just try, Alex, for once. Make sense in your life. I don't understand what you're saying. Nobody does, but that's the point. It's purposely vague. Because if you talk in those kinds of ways, then people who want to read into what you're saying, what they believe, they will.